I know I usually do movies and media reviews, but I've decided to try to make up for past wrongs. I won't share names, but there are two foxes, one in particular I want to make amends with. I know what I did was wrong. I bullied him back in high school, and it's something that's haunted me for a long time. I've realized that being popular doesn't mean anything if you've hurt others along the way. Recently, I tried reaching out to him. I even gave him money and bought him something he wanted, but I've come to understand that those gestures aren't enough. Forgiveness isn't something you can buy. It's something you have to earn. I know that now. It's about showing that you've truly changed through your actions, not just trying to make up for it with gifts.
Warren, you're doing great. Keep going.
Thanks, Susan. I want to let you all know that this journey of making amends is important to me. It's not going to be easy and I might not be forgiven, but that's not the point. The point is to do what's right and make peace with my past. To the foxes I've hurt, especially you-know-who, I am truly sorry. I'm going to work hard to show that I've changed and that I'm a better person now. I hope one day we can be friends, or at least be on good terms. Thank you everyone for your support. It means the world to me. Now, let's get back to the reviews and content you love, but remember, we can all learn and grow from our past mistakes. We can all strive to be better. All right, let's dive into our first review of the day. I've got some exciting stuff lined up for you all. All right, let's dive into our first review of the day. Today, I'm going to talk about a new game that's unfortunately a prime example of what not to do in game development, Heroic Kingdom Saga. First off, let's talk about the storyline. The plot is as cliché as it gets. You play as a young hero, Max, who must save the kingdom from an evil overlord. Along the way, you gather a band of misfit companions, including a wise old wizard, a rogue with a heart of gold, and a warrior princess. Sound familiar? That's because it's the same tired formula we've seen in countless other games, and Heroic Kingdom Saga brings nothing new to the table. The lack of originality is glaring, and I found myself rolling my eyes at every predictable twist and turn.
Sounds like they didn't put much effort into the writing.
Exactly, Susan. The dialogue is equally disappointing. It's bland and uninspired, with characters spouting off generic lines that don't add any depth to their personalities or the story. I struggled to connect with any of the characters, and as a result, I didn't care about their fates. Now let's move on to the gameplay. This is where I had hoped the game would redeem itself, but sadly, it did not. The controls are clunky and unresponsive, making it frustrating to navigate through the game world. The combat system is repetitive and lacks any real challenge or strategy. After a few hours, it became a monotonous grind that felt more like a chore than an adventure. Worse yet, the game is riddled with bugs. I encountered numerous glitches, from characters getting stuck in walls to quests that couldn't be completed due to broken triggers.
What about the graphics and sound?
The graphics. While not terrible, they're certainly not up to the standard we expect from modern games. The environments are dull and lack detail, and the character models are simplistic and poorly animated. It feels like the developers cut corners to save time and money, which is disappointing for a game that had so much potential.
And the sound?
The sound design is another letdown. The music is forgettable, and the sound effects are generic and poorly synced with the action. There's no immersion, no sense of being part of an epic adventure. It's just there, existing in the background without adding anything to the experience. In conclusion, Heroic Kingdom Saga is a game that promised a lot but delivered very little. It's a mediocre experience at best, plagued by a lack of originality, poor writing, clunky controls, and uninspired graphics and sound. The numerous bugs and glitches make it nearly unplayable. I can't in good conscience recommend this game to anyone, even the most die-hard adventure game fans. I hope the developers take the feedback to heart and come back with a better, more polished game in the future. For now, though, Heroic Kingdom Saga is a hard pass.
Well, that's disappointing.
It is, but that's why we do these reviews, to help you make informed decisions. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Now let's move on to something hopefully more enjoyable.